Now, Spain's left-wing government has been hit by several accusations of corruption and sexual assault. A former right-hand man of Pedro Sanchez under judicial investigation for influence peddling and corruption. At the same time, an historic figure of the eco-feminist left, allied to the socialists, is the target of accusations of sexual assault. Both scandals, then, were rather undermining several of the planks upon which Pedro Sanchez has based his term, the fight against corruption and also for feminism. Well, let's cross then to Madrid. We're going to talk to our correspondent, Sarah Morris, who joins us from there. Sarah, just bring us up to date then and tell us exactly what these scandals are in the first place, can you?
Yes, the main scandals are the corruption scandals. As you mentioned, the right-hand man of the Socialist Prime Minister, Pedro Sanchez, a man called José Luis Ábalos. He was forced out of the Socialist Party in February, but there's been new allegations. He will be investigated by the court. Essentially, a leaked police investigation says that man was a kind of broker between socialist ministers in the government and a businessman who is currently in custody called Víctor de Aldama, and that he negotiated allegedly a whole range of contracts from masks during the pandemic to bailout for the airline Air Europa. And even there is a suggestion that there is some kind of corruption with the Venezuelan government because one of their members, Delcy Rodriguez, touched down back in 2021 at Madrid airport, and that former transport minister José Luis Ábalos actually went to prevent her from coming out because she was subjected to a ban from stepping into the Schengen area. More allegations, but the latest allegations concern Me Too allegations against Pedro Sanchez's left-wing partner, Sumar, one of the best-known figures of the founding member of Podemos, Íñigo Errejón, essentially resigned. He is under investigation after several women made allegations anonymously initially to an online platform, saying that he had sexually assaulted them, harassed them. But then an actress has actually gone to the police and made a formal allegation. And yesterday, a court said it would look into those 3 charges of sexual assault, a real blow to Pedro Sanchez and his left-wing partner, Sumar, who essentially have made feminism and the fight against sexual assault one of their bywords, really saying that women should be believed when they make allegations. And Íñigo Errejón put out a statement that many people said acknowledged poor behaviour, but did not actually apologise for the behaviour. He said that 10 years in the limelight had subjected him to a lot of pressure, that he was seeking help from a psychologist. And he talked about the limits and the contradiction between a neoliberal form of life and being the spokesman of a group that defends a new, fairer and more humane world. Essentially, the opposition, the Conservatives, are saying this is the height of hypocrisy from a government that used to preach for that better world.
So what does it all mean then for Pedro Sanchez and indeed his legitimacy overall?
Well, Pedro Sanchez was already struggling to make up a coalition and to get his laws passed through the parliament. He already had to say that he would not present a budget to the parliament last year, and he's hoping to present a budget for this year. He was already relying on a group in the parliament which is very diverse, ranging from left-wing parties to those Catalan separatists headed up by Carles Puigdemont, who of course remains in Belgium. And this may make it very difficult for him to go to those various allies. And as they see him constantly having to defend himself from a barrage of attacks in the press. Of course, his own wife is now currently being under investigation for influence peddling. Did she meet with businesses to seek funds for charities at the Moncloa Palace? And she will be called to court later this month to answer more questions on those allegations.